Hello everyone. In this video, let's me do a quick demo for the Chapter 10 Data Analytic assignment using Tableau. So once you download, install, and input the license key for the Tableau, you should be able to use it. So once you open the Tableau app, and this is like your home page. So first we need to connect our Tableau app to any data source you want to analyze the data items. For us, we are connecting to the Excel we downloaded from the Connect assignment. So click on the Excel and point to the file you saved somewhere in your computer. So for me, I'm pointing it to the Excel. And the Tableau start to import your data from the Excel and try to identify all of the rows and columns and the data type. Okay, and so lots of the automated recognition here. So this is a brief view of all of the data we have. So it's showing the financial statement items for two companies across a few years. From here, you can do some simple data modifications, such as change the data type, the name of the column, and some easier or not really the hard transformations of your data before performing the analysis. I'm okay from here. And also, if you have multiple data pieces and you can connect them using the primary key or foreign keys from your relational database knowledge. And once I finish the importing, I can move on to the worksheets. Okay, like the worksheets or the workbook is the place. So I'm moving to data one, the sheet one. I can rename it later and save. So for the worksheet under Tableau, this is like the layout. On in the top, you have the main tabs for the main operational items. Okay, like data, file, like you can open, similar to all of the Microsoft Office, Words or Excels. So data, worksheets, operations, dashboard, story, the main tabs. And under each, they will change based upon the tab you selected. Okay, like the easier menus. And in the left, we call the data pane or analytic pane. Okay, that's the variables or functions you can choose. In the middle, that's the tool pane. We can refine our analysis using the different tools here, adding visualization components. And this will be our working place, and there is a show me for the recommended chart. And Tableau do the analysis, basically using like the axis, like vertical, like the rows, right? So if you have different rows, multiple rows, and multiple columns, so that's like when you design, so that's kind of the main layout for the data distributions. So for our chapter 10 assignment, I'm trying to do a analysis for the fixed assets turnover for the two companies across different years. But we don't have the fixed assets ratio directly in the existing variables. We need to use the current variable to create a calculation field, right? So that's like, again, when we talk about, I already have the financial statements, but the data, most of the data are not readily to be used for decision making, right? We need to transform the data to other variables and give other insights for decision-making purpose. So I'm following the step-by-step instructions from the Connect. So first I pull the company into the row, drag, and drop it under the row. So two companies only. If you have multiple companies, it will be listed underneath. Then the year variable is a date. variable. And the date variable default is continuous and it's showing like the lines, but I'm changing it to discrete. Okay, right, click the arrow and then discrete. Okay, so it's showing like a table format. And the ABC is the value the system is expecting you to pull from the different variables. So for the fixed assets turnover ratio, I need two variables from the list. One is the average total assets or total average total fixed assets, average fixed assets. And the variables listed alphabetically, so you can just try to search and, if you couldn't find it, okay, initially. So average fixed assets and point, so drag and drop to the right of the year variable, but change this also from continuous to discrete, so we can do the calculation later. And we need the aggregate variable to calculate the other field and continuously get the net sales. So, drag, up and down on your variable list. So net sales to the right of the fixed assets also change it to discrete from continuous. Now we have the two variables we need to calculate the fixed assets turnover. For create a calculation field, we need to click on the Analysis tab and create calculated field. A small window will pop up. First, we can name the new field. Okay, I will just put fixed assets turnover ratio. And then put your formula in the formula space. Don't use equal. We don't need the equal sign, so just remove. And now you can drag the variables we need in the calculation formula. So I'm dragging the average fixed assets divide by the sum of the net sales. So division of the two variables. And confirm the calculation formula is valid. Now you can click on OK or apply. I think they do the same job. And the new variable will be added to your variable list and is highlighted, okay, right after the calculation is done. Then I will drag this variable to the right of the sales. And be careful, don't change this to discrete. Otherwise, you need to extra steps to do the chart. Okay, now I can click on show me and click on the step-by-step bar. I think, the bar, the side-to-side bar. And you can see we have a visualization for the ratio for both companies across years. And from here, I can add the, if I want to show, because here I don't really see the number of the ratio. For me to that, I can make it enhancer. Okay, so I can drag the fixed assets turnover ratio to the here, the tool pen under the label, and you can see it's showing. Oh, and the reason is you can see they are not really showing for every bar is because of the space. Okay, if I increase like the size of my bar, okay, make it more smaller actually. But if you want, okay, you can adjust from here and, because of the size of the bar. Or, like I'm saying, I want to change the data, the ratio from a digit, right? So this is like numeric to a percentage, because percentage is better to view as a format for the ratios. So I can change the format of the numbers. I'm clicking on when the fixed assets turn over. So highlight that variable, click on the arrow, and then change the data type. Oh yeah, I think default properties. Oh, there is one. Not to change the default. Oh, number format. Yeah, default properties and the number format. And from an automatic to percentage with 2 digits. So click on OK. You can see your number. The label will be updated. Okay, I like this better than the digits. These are not in the tutorial. Okay, that optional, but I'm letting you know there are many other functions. Okay, you can refine all of your calculations, the format. And I even can change the color pen for all of my variables. I really don't like this. Okay, for example, it's too colorful, that's too much overwhelming. I can change the color, edit the color from here. I can use choose from automatic and maybe the blue, right? I like this. So, it's not changing, but um, color pen. I didn't apply, I believe. I use blue. Oh, a sun. Okay, like the palette. And then click on OK. Okay, it's not. I think I like this better. It's more clean, very clear. And you actually can apply different color for the 2 different company. Okay, for this one, like this pen, I may want to use another color. Maybe the orange, so I can differentiate. But again, assign the palette and OK. Oh, it's not letting me like I believe there's some other way I can just do this, okay, for one of the pens, but we'll do this refining later. But this so far, you should be able to answer the questions from the assignment. Also, I can sort right now is like just by the years. I can sort the ratio automatically, okay, from larger to small. Or you can see the sorting options in the top from large to small, or I believe you can do from small to large. Yeah. And I even can transpose it to a vertical bar, transpose the column and the rows. Okay, reverse my axis like what X and Y's. So again, these are not in the original assignment. I'm demoing some additional enhancements. Oh, and I can, yeah, this is already in the vertical bar charts. And I even can convert this to a date table, right? You can see this, and even a line, I believe something. Probably because this is I'm not really using. If I change the year variable to a continuous, I probably can do the timeline. Yeah. But I really don't think this is a better charting than the bar. Okay, but just showing you options. If you really have time data, like time series of data, we can use a line chart. Oh, but I'm going to stop here. I'm going back, so going back, going back, going back to my bar chart. And save, change, like rename, okay, right click and rename to fixed assets over analysis. So save this worksheet because we are going to continue add more contents into the worksheet, the workbook, with the future chapters. Okay, so save this workbook. We'll continue adding more analysis. So after I change the name, be careful, save the workbook so you can upload. And, so save as As I mentioned, okay, this is the tip WB. I will call probably account chapter 10, so 332 is up to you. Okay, but a name so I can identify like later. Okay, like Tableau assignment. Is a workbook I'm saving probably under my downloads anywhere, but for your case. Okay, so save. And then now you have it's safe for you to close the workbook, answer the the questions from your connect assignments, and also upload this file into the Catalyst. Okay, as I required, I have a upload link under Catalyst, for me, for you to upload the workbook. Okay, now you can save and close from here.